Immigration will be at the heart of the forthcoming Europe referendum, and battle lines are being drawn. One of the most ferocious struggles between two organisations who are meant to be on the same side, Vote Leave and Leave.EU. They're both fighting to be designated as the lead group for the Out campaign. Leave.EU was founded by millionaire businessman Arron, who is also UKIP's largest donor. What has driven him to spend his money and time on the campaign to get Britain out? Well, our political editor, Gary Gibbon, has been to find out.
That's the view down into the valley.
18 months ago, Arron Banks walked onto the national political stage.
Well, this looks like a very familiar spot. This is, this is in all the photos.
He'd given a £1 million donation to UKIP. Now he's pumping his money and time into trying to take Britain out of Europe. He leads one of the two groups involved in a vicious fight to become the official Leave campaign.
You don't feel at all European?
Of course I don't. Do you?
I think a lot of younger people feel extremely European. They're quite at ease with it.
For me, as a businessman, it's the economic argument that just can't work. It can't work without, without massive transfers of wealth from north to south. So my argument is mainly an economic argument, but I feel more culturally at home with our friends.
Who are not European?
Australians, Canadians, South Africans, Americans, and people that are more like us. It was pretty derelict, the whole place, actually. Whee!
Arron Banks says his rival Vote Leave campaign is too establishment, a bit lily-livered.
They're in a bubble, and if you're in a bubble, you don't know you're in a bubble.
They think.
And so your ability to reach out to, say, a factory worker in Hull or Wigan or the like, they haven't got a clue. They're sheepish about talking about immigration, which we put right at the centre of the campaign.
Some in the Vote Leave campaign say Arron Banks' Leave.EU campaign has already shown it can't be trusted with the mantle of official messenger.
Your rivals say things like this one, Germany's Christmas message to be subtitled. They say that's got a nasty undertone.
Now, we are a populist campaign and we make no apologies for it. And over through there we want to put a maze up, and we've got designs to make it twice the size of Hampton Court.
Arron Banks made his millions in insurance. He's a self-proclaimed anti-elitist with two country piles.
We always said it would be lovely to actually reunite the entire estate and then be able to walk from the house all the way through to the other house.
Is that the plan?
Arron Banks met his Russian wife Katya 15 years ago. Back then, his focus was making money, not political waves.
You also didn't think he was going to be this consumed by politics, did you?
Never, ever in a million years. I thought it's a nice, simple guy.
Well, I'm angry. That's why I'm consumed by politics.
What are you angry about?
I'm angry about the state that Britain's become.
Are you angry with people?
Politicians? I am. I mean, I'm angry with...
Is that a good driver for politics?
I'm angry with the elite of this country, which just don't care about the country. And that's what makes me angry. So whether it's a good driver or bad driver, it's certainly a force. It's this kind of elite, the privilege, the kind of entitlement, and that's what I hate more than anything.
And you want to give it a good kicking?
I want to give it a damn good kicking.
I'm going to take off.
We've got a country park, it's open to the public, so we get like 90,000 visitors a year.
Arron Banks insists, despite his wealth, he understands ordinary voters.
Why do you become part of the establishment? How come you're
not part of the
never tarnished with that?
Well, I'm not part of the establishment.
You're trying to change the entire direction of the country.
But that's the whole point, isn't it? That the establishment has a momentum all of its own.
You're a politician now.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean,
You are. You just choose not to be elected, which is much more trouble. You bought your way into politics.
Well, you could say that. What I've chosen to do is to spend money on a cause I feel strongly about. They're usually not too bad with handling because kids hop in.
When rich people get involved in politics, they are often seen as Bond villains, aren't they? In control
I have
of
been
all
called the
stuff.
Blofeld of UKIP. I don't have a white cat. I do have a diamond mine, but
You've got a white bunny.
I've got a white bunny. He's got his feet up.
Arron Banks hopes that even if his side loses the referendum, he could help to reshape the political landscape in defeat. learning from the SNP experience after Scotland's referendum, even perhaps sacrificing his own party, UKIP, in the upheaval.
If out of it could come other parties already, I think that the Conservative Party is potentially beginning to split over it. The Labour Party, well, not to a lesser degree, but it has a split of its own already in train with Corbyn and the like. And all sorts of interesting dynamics are possible.
We could be looking at a big shake-up.
I think you could be looking at a complete realignment of politics in a major way.
UKIP might be a different name, broader force.
All things are possible. You can't foretell what might happen.
It's the elephant in the room.
Well, it's the sheep in the room, actually. Shaun the sheep.
I mean, what on earth is this?
Like his good friend Nigel Farage, he believes the EU is hurtling into a wall, whatever happens in our referendum.
Cigarette in hand.
Cigarette in hand.
Oh, and up there.
Yes. It will explode anyway, but we've got the honour of knocking the first brick out of the wall. It's like the Berlin Wall. When it goes, it will go rapidly without warning.
There is feverish panic in the more establishment Vote Leave camp this week, and Arron Banks' insurgent campaign has helped to create that. The fortunes of the Leave side could hinge on whether Eurosceptics in the political establishment can bear to work with a man who one Vote Leave source tonight described as a pit bull.